Chamique, well, congratulations to you on making the Hall of Fame. Did you think this day would ever come?
Wow. Honestly, I've just been in such a flow of life, and living and being a mom and a wife. And it's something you dream about, but, you hope that you get a call at one day, but you can't stress about it. What's meant for you is meant for you. And so when I saw my name pop up, I wasn't even aware I was a finalist. It was my cousin contacted me to tell me, and then I got the call from the hall, and the rest right now I'm still like taking it all in. I'm a person that's pretty like laid back and chill, so being thrust into this excitement, it's something that I did dream about as a kid, and I'm grateful that I'm here. But it's like, wow, like it's surreal, to be amongst the giants of the games. I mean, I'm walking. I've met Dr. J on plenty of occasions, and just to be able to sit there, and he's like, I'm just so proud of you. Players that you look up to and you honor, and that was big for me because he's a New Yorker. So it's just a great time just sharing stories. One thing that we all hold on to is everyone pays homage to the past. I mean, even me today, I went up to Coach Rivers, and I'm like, this is like a moment for me. I grew up watching you play for the Hawks. Like he, point guard, he was smooth with it. And now to like just be right next to him, and you run into each other on the road, but I'm going in with such phenomenal athletes and phenomenal men. And my sister Candace, the '96 team, like, come on, this is like amazing for me at this time, guys.
Who did you call when you first were apprised of your?
I've called my cousin Sharon, because we were kids growing up in New York City, and he was my teammate, and the one that I got to work on my skills, practice on, I would say. And he's been with me this whole journey and been such a great supporter in my life through the highs and the lows. And so I told my wife, I said, if this happens, you might not get the first call. And she understood. So he was so excited today to have his name. Everybody talked about the support, and I got to acknowledge him on national TV. So he felt that was pretty cool.
What would you like to say to the folks back in Tennessee?
I'm just grateful. Through the highs and lows, my fans and especially my Tennessee family have just been so supportive. I mean, Coach Summit, when she told me back in the day, I wanted to leave after a 2-week stay. It was very hard. It was very different from New York City. And she told me, I'm going to teach you what sisterhood and community is about. And honestly, once that ball went up and we started rolling, I got a whole new family, that I didn't expect to get. I call my Tennessee Orange family, and I'm in the Rocky Top crew. And it's been great. And I just have that support all around the world I go. There's a little bit of Tennessee everywhere. I run into people, so it's just been great.
Go ahead.
I'm from Jersey, so
okay. I live in Jersey now.
How did Pat Summit change your life when you first walked on campus of Tennessee? How's she still impacting your life now?
I think when I first walked on campus, she was tough, and she taught me structure at another level. Coming and being able to, you think about going to the University of Tennessee, you think about basketball. Even though I had that structure academically at my home, she was going to make sure it's the studies first. First 3 rows of the classroom, you got to focus, you have to lock in. If you can't do that, you can't play basketball. And just the support and love, you can't always just be soft. She couldn't be soft all the time, and she was tough. But as soon as she, threw me out of practice, I come back, it's like, hey, do you want to come to my house to eat? So I had to learn how to balance that. But she made me, she just believed in me more than I believed in myself. And I'm just grateful I had that experience.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I'm based in Kansas City.
Okay.
Won your last championship.
Yes.
In that building, I think it was the last major championship in that building.
Yes.
Even though you were in a bunker at that time, what do you remember and take from that championship?
Oh my goodness, it was unbelievable. That was my 39-0 season. If I'm not, that was 39-0. I mean, to do that, we created something really great with that team. 3 Meeks, and it's something that has this gone on in history, of women's college basketball. And it's the sisterhood, it was just the community. And also Kansas City plays a special role, because I was there not too long ago. It was one of the last places they said Coach Summit spoke at. He had given a speech before she got diagnosed with dementia, so that's on my mind. And we went out there, we competed, we brought the crowds in. It was sort of like a rock star environment to get like 20,000 people everywhere you went. Like we had such fanfare, and we were led by a fearless leader. So I'm just great now. It's been great watching this new documentary of her, Breaking the Glass by Robin Roberts. There's so much I didn't know about her, you know, and you think you know everything about someone you're so close to, but this, this unveiling of her and her journey growing up in a tobacco farm has been quite amazing. It's made us cry a lot because we just miss her dearly.
Yeah.
Chamique, what distinguishes somebody who learns basketball in the city of New York?
I'm sorry.
What distinguishes someone who learns basketball in New York?
Oh man, I would say New Yorkers, we have like basketball play. We have this toughness. There's definitely this confidence, you know, because we've just battled it out. It's like we started, you know, going for us. It was like going to neighborhood, you know. For me, I'm in Astoria, and Ron Artest, they live in Queensbridge, and so we have like Astoria, Ravenswood, Woodside. So we would start off our day in Astoria, go to Astoria Park, hit Ravenswood, and we're like, okay, do we feel good? Because Queensbridge, where Ron and them are, where all the hoopers are. So it's just like this toughness, this sense of pride and community when your brother or sister makes it. You know, I had a great moment because I went to high school with 3 NBA first rounders. You know, Lamar Odom, Speedy Claxton, and Eric Barkley. Like when I wasn't hooping with the girls, Lamar comes in his first year and he's 6'2", it's smooth. I'm looking at my inside out crossover is from watching Lamar Odom, you know, and I just was like, oh, I got to add that to my game because he was just so fluid as an athlete. I was really interested in increasing my jumping ability, honestly, and I was a really good rebounder when I played. I watched this kid. I used to go to this gym in Queens, where I'm from, Elm Court, Speedy Claxton, 5'8", grabbing the rim. Touching, he was explosive, and he's at my high school, and I'm like, man, I gotta get higher. I gotta learn how to jump. So I would say greatness has always been around me. Kenny Anderson, I mean, I'm a kid that benefited from Kenny Anderson and Kenny Smith's success, because when they gave back to Kids of Queens and the Lost Battalion, I was one of those kids. And I just remember sitting there, oh my God, you know, Kenny Anderson, can you sign my autograph? Then it's like, Kenny Smith, can you sign my autograph? So I was just always inspired to take it to another level. And I'm glad that Sonny Vaccaro, when he came, because I thought I could go to his camps, right? So I used to chase Sonny down, like, hey, I want to go to your camp. I want to go to your camp. It's the best boys play. He's like, you know, it's for boys and not girls. But I'm like, I play with them. I'm just as good. And he spoke the name Pat Summitt, and it just changed my life.
What? The 96 Olympic team.
Right,
Who
right.
would you single out from that team that was...
Whoa, man, each player, like the players on the forefront of that team touched my heart in a different way, but I'm gonna say it was watching Cheryl Swoops. I could take myself back to it now. I'm in my high school gym, and I think she scored like 52 points at Texas Tech. And I'm looking at my coach, and we're walking across, and I'm like, wow, did you see that? Now, I didn't play my freshman year. I probably played 10 minutes on my high school team because we had like all Division I players, one of the top teams. And he said to me, Holdsclaw, one day that's gonna be you. And I was Vincent Canzera, and I said, wow, no way. Like, I'm a bench warmer. Man, that summer I grew. I must have grew from like 5'9" to about 6 foot. I had a great summer at AAU, and I led our team to #1 ranking in the country. So it was written, you know.
What's up basketball memories for you? Some basketball memories. You know, there's so many.
Oh my God! I just high school, four-time state champ. You know, being on the circuit, but more so, you know, it's about the people to me. Like basketball has been great. I love to compete, but it's the friendships and relationships. You know, as a young kid, traveling for AAU on a bus, singing cheesy songs that many of you will probably laugh at. My high school coach, you know, before the GPS stuff, making a million U-turns, so we called him U-turn Vinny. You know, on to like college, Coach Summitt coming in, you know, how do I look, guys? Do I look QT? And we're like, Coach, it's GQ, you know, like those are the things. And on to the pros, you know, you get more competitive, but I think one thing you hold on to is the sisterhood, because as we grow, you know, we go through different things in life, you know, and as a pro athlete, it's such a range in age. And I've been with people when they've, you know, had their kids, when they've gotten married, when they've suffered loss, and we hold each other up. And that's what I really miss about the game.
You mentioned Mika.